Let's just wait a few minutes till most people join.
I'm sorry, Aisha, but the voice is breaking, so I wasn't able to, like, I'm not able to hear you. It seems that we have started. Is it right? Yeah, Aisha, if yes, then just give me a yes on a chat so that I can start. Okay, thank you. So hello everyone. As I suppose that Aisha have introduced me because I think there was some internet issues due to which I was unable to hear her. But let's start for this session. Uh, So I am Atifa, and I am currently pursuing my PhD in Worcester. It's a very a city near to Boston. Maybe you all have heard about the Boston. So मैं यहाँ पे अपने सेकेंड ईयर में आई एम इन द सेकेंड ईयर ऑफ माई PhD और आई गॉट Fulbright scholarship in 2019. Maybe you all are applying for this scholarship, and you get to know that it's a complete 1 year process. So uh, so this is 1 year process. So let's start. So I started in a little bit late, और मैंने स्टार्ट किया था फेब में, एंड द फर्स्ट दैट आई थिंक वो था वो GRE देना, बिकॉज इट वाज अ वेरी एक बहुत ह्यूज माइलस्टोन है टू गिव दिस GRE. एंड GRE के बाद आई डिडंट नो एट दैट टाइम दैट दीज एसेज आइदर इट इज स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पर्पस और द स्टडी ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ये इतने ज़्यादा ज़रूरी हैं, बिकॉज मैंने कभी किसी से सुना नहीं इसके बारे में कि ये अच्छा द एसेज और pitching yourself as a personality, as a person who has some goals or who is achieving whatever he or she has achieved until now in uh, uh, because of some goals, because of some plans. Most probably हम लोग सब जानते हैं, but like बहुत दफ़ा ऐसा होता है कि वी आर डूइंग समथिंग, लेकिन हम अब उस गोल, जो गोल की डेफिनेशन है, उस गोल को डिफाइन करने में कभी भी बहुत ज़्यादा क्लियर और कंक्रीट नहीं होते. We will say, okay, now if we have done the bachelor's, then we are doing masters, but why masters? इसका शायद बहुत कम लोग जो है वो क्वेश्चन आंसर दे सके, एंड द सेम एग्जिस्ट फॉर मी. ये मेरे लिए भी ऐसे ही था, बट आई वाज लकी. मेरे एट दैट पर्टिकुलर टाइम ऑफ द मोमेंट, बट ऑफ एट पर्टिकुलर टाइम आई हैव few friends, few colleagues, and also few students. I will not say that my students didn't play a part in it, लेकिन उन्होंने भी इसमें part play किया, and yes, we have come with a very good story. So let's start. सबसे पहला जो डॉक्यूमेंट आता है स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पर्पस. सबसे पहले लेट्स डिफाइन स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पर्पस है क्या. व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पर्पस, सो एज इट द नेम रिवील्स, इसमें you have to write what is the purpose. Some people say that okay, what you have to write, okay, the purpose of the document or all that stuff, but most probably मेरे लिए this thing is what is statement of your life. Why are you doing what you are doing now, or what you have achieved so far? So ये वो क्वेश्चंस हैं जिनका जवाब स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पर्पस मांगता है, एंड एवरीथिंग नीड्स टू बी लिंक्ड. मैं बहुत से लाइक फ्रॉम द डे आई गॉट माई Fulbright scholarship, मैं हर साल इस प्रोसीजर से गुजरती हूँ, जिसमें आई यूजली मेंटोर अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल, ताकि वो so that they can write an effective statement of purpose. But things जो मैं उनमें हमेशा देखती हूँ is like they write, okay, this is what we did bachelor's, this is what we are doing now, this is what we have to do next. और इसका जवाब बहुत क्लियर है. You have bachelor's degree, either currently you are in the final of you are doing you are done your bachelor's, you are either working in industry, either working in academia, or either you are in final year of your bachelor's and waiting for your further studies. So these questions are quite evident, and literally जो लोग वहाँ पे बैठे होते हैं, they are not interested to know that okay, what your life looks like, because they know this is what everyone life looks like. So मेरा हमेशा गोल होता है to present life, personality, as they have a goal from the start, from the childhood. Then they have worked hard to achieve that goal, accomplishments with which they have achieved that goal, and what is the impact of what they have achieved. सिर्फ ये कह देना कि मैं undergrad हूँ, it's not enough. Okay, what your undergrad degree is impacting, what impact it has, it is important. So statement of purpose मेरे लिए, when I read it or when I wrote it, it should be a story of your life, of your goals, of your struggles, of your achievements, of your accomplishments. So while doing this, let me share some tips also to how to write this SOP. First of all, just sit and write whatever you can. Whatever you can. जितना लिख सकते हो लिखो, because first you have all these पॉइंट्स इन योर माइंड, उसके बाद आप उसको रिफाइन कर सकते हो. बहुत सा दफा प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं, मुझे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं हम स्टार्ट कैसे करें और इधर हम एंड कैसे करें. फॉर मी स्टार्टिंग एंड एंडिंग इज नेवर अ प्रॉब्लम. स्टार्टिंग हमेशा हम लोग अपनी लाइफ के कुछ लेसन से या कुछ स्ट्रगल से वहां से स्टार्ट करते हैं, और व्हाट आई थॉट इन माई चाइल्डहुड वहां से स्टार्ट करते हैं. एंड एंडिंग इज ऑलवेज इजी. इम्पैक्ट क्या है, व्हाट आई वांट टू डू. मैं पढ़ तो लूंगी, मैंने भी मास्टर्स किया, मैं भी आई एम करंटली डूइंग ए पीएचडी, लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर डूइंग ए पीएचडी, बट मेरी पीएचडी फुलब्राइट को क्या फायदा देगी. एंड दिस इज वेयर दे आर गोइंग टू डिसाइड, ओके दे हैव टू गिव यू दिस स्कॉलरशिप और नॉट. सो हम इसको अगर स्टार्ट करते हैं तो द थिंग इज जस्ट राइट एज मच एज यू कैन. और जब यू आर राइटिंग, जस्ट break your statement of purpose into multiple passages. Never ever write into a single paragraph. Just divide into 3, 4, 5, 6, how much paragraph you want. Just break it into as much paragraphs. हर paragraph के ऊपर the key point, write a key point. What I am going to sell in this particular paragraph. ये बहुत जरूरी होता है. जब I don't have like, मेरे पास अभी कोई बहुत एक्सपीरियंस, एक ऑफिशियल एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है ऑफ रीडिंग दिस, बट अनऑफिशियली मैंने बहुत सारे एसओपीज पढ़े हैं. एंड समटाइम्स आई ऑलवेज गॉट कंफ्यूज्ड के क्या मतलब इस पैराग्राफ में व्हाट आर यू ट्राइंग टू टेल. दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट. मेक श्योर द रीडर हु इज रीडिंग योर एसओपी, आफ्टर एवरी पैराग्राफ ही और शी should get some highlights from that particular paragraph. So when I wrote my paragraph, I broke it into 4 parts, into 4 clear paragraphs, and I was very clear about the few things. First, the first paragraph is going to be why I decided to do computer science. Of all the disciplines that are available, why I have decided to go for bachelor's in computer science. This was the first question that I asked. Second was all about my bachelor's degree. And it was not about like I got admission and I did my bachelor's. No. I started that, okay, why I selected fast. And this should not be like a big paragraph, okay, why I selected fast. No. It should be 2 to 3 sentences. Okay, this is why I went there for my bachelor's in computer science. Next, I wrote all that accomplishments that I honors, awards that I got during my degree. Never ever think के मेरी ट्रांसक्रिप्ट उनके पास है, मेरी रेज्यूमे उनके पास है, मेरी सीवी उनके पास है, they know everything. No, even though if they know everything, currently they are focusing on your statement of purposes. Write every award, every honor, every accomplishment that you got, and be clear about it. That and write all the words in the same words that university have given that award to you. For example, when we graduate, and in case you have a distinction in your degree, there is a particular verb, a sentence written on your degree. It is very evident. Just write this on your statement of purpose. Don't write I graduated with gold medal, with silver medal, with bronze medal. No, just write or search for all the keywords they have on your transcripts, on your degrees, on their websites, and throw these words to them. Never, if you have a very good Cgpa, never hesitate to write your Cgpa in your statement of purpose. And don't write it in like this way, I graduated with the Cgpa of this. No, write it what you faced during your degree, how you overcome these challenges, and how you got a particular GPA. So Cgpa distinction is always the impact of what you did in your undergrad. Then the third paragraph is clearly for my master's degree. decided to my master's degree. So let me give you a little bit a background of my journey. So I did my bachelor's in computer science, then I got graduated, and then I worked in the R&D department of FAST headquarters for about straight 4 years. And I did my master's part-time from NUST University. When my master's ended, I got a lecturership in FAST University in computer science department, and I joined there as a lecturer, and I taught there a lot of the courses from first semester to the last semester. Then in 2019, I started applying for this Fulbright scholarship. I got the scholarship in August, and then I came here. So there was lot going on in my life which I didn't know until I started writing the SOP. So the third paragraph, I merged my master's. Second paragraph, I merged my experience as a software engineer in FAST headquarters uh, as a software as like I merged this into these two into the same paragraph. And so I wrote about my undergrad and my experience in the FAST, and this is always going to be 2 to 3 sentences. They are not interested in knowing that what you learned in that particular organization. No, they are not. They are more interested in your story. Then the third paragraph is all about why I decided to do my master's, why I selected NUST, uh, and also why I started lecturership. So these why are always, keep this why always focus, keeping this in your mind. You have to write the answers of why. I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this, why. And then while I was merging my master's and my lecturership, I told the audience that why now I am particularly interested in a particular field, which in my case is AI in healthcare. Why I got interested in healthcare. So, and why at the first step I decided to study AI. Why? So many subjects we have so many disciplines: computer networks, big data, AI, software programming, IT. Why I decided to go for AI? So this was the question that I answered in my third paragraph. And finally my fourth paragraph was why I want to pursue PhD. This is my last question. I never wrote in my statement of purpose why I want to go for Fulbright, because statement of purpose is for your journey. Your journey is to go for a PhD. Your journey is not go for a PhD through Fulbright. You are applying because they are offering you master's or a PhD degree. So this is how you write your statement of purpose. So let's go through because I have so many statement of purposes in my mind, because these are personal and people are just applying for that, so I don't want to share that, but still I have already shared mine with many people as a reference, and because I got it, so I just going to revise my SOP, that how I wrote. First, my story, why I thought to do the bachelor's in computer science. Yes, I am very comfortable in saying that most of us don't have a story or don't have an aim to particularly go for bachelor's in computer science since our childhood. No, we don't have. Okay, most of the people, maybe they can have, like, I want to be a doctor or I want to be an engineer, but specifically bachelor's in computer science, it's very hard to think about it. Yeah, nowadays students or people are thinking about it mostly because they have seen, like, if my older brother would have been in computer science at that particular time, I would have thought about it, but he was not, or my sister, she was not, so I didn't. So I create stories to pitch myself, and it's only for how I started to do, started to think about bachelor's in computer science. So when I went a little bit in past, especially my childhood, so I remember that my brother, they are always interested in playing games. I know most of us have brothers or sisters who are like interested in playing games. So in while I was a child, I see them. Okay, they are playing games and all that stuff, and then I thought that I can say that when they were playing the game, I was curious to see that how the remote control can handle that particular object in uh, game. So this is my story. I just went into my past. I found a memory and I converted into my story. So this was my story. That's why I started to decide bachelor's in computer science. Then I studied fast because fast has a reputation in computer science. Fast has a very good feedback in their alumni. So I started it. I was at that time I started my bachelor's in 2008. At that time, girls in computer science, which we still have a very small number of the girls in computer science, but at that moment it was very small. So I pitched it that yeah, I was selected with these many girls for my bachelor's in computer science, and because I didn't knew the programming languages or I didn't knew all that stuff, so first semester was very bad for me. Yeah, and literally very bad for me. I was literally about to fail introduction to computing, ITC. But this was the point where I felt no, if everyone can do it, I can also do it. And then I don't have any grade less than A in my any computer related course. I got three distinctions. I graduated with silver medal and I have a Cgpa of 3.76. And this is my story, and I literally wrote everything in my statement of purpose. That I selected it. The first semester was very bad, but I took this challenge. I worked hard, and then finally, this was the outcome. I graduated with silver medal and the distinctions and a very good CGPA. So this is me. Then I started working as a fast three sentences. I worked as a software engineer and for this particular time. Then there comes my master's. So I said that during my bachelor's, I thought that let polish my skills a little bit more. So I started to doing my master's. During master's, I studied artificial intelligence course, and that shaped my research interests. And then I published a paper in that particular conference. After that, I started teaching. I decided teaching because there was some shortcomings that I realized when I was a student, and I thought that let's work on it. So I started my teaching. I started my lecturership. During this lecturership, I was lucky that I got some colleagues who taught me data machine learning, deep learning, data mining, and this was when I decided to do my further studies in the field of AI. And then last paragraph was all about why I want to do my PhD. I told that I am a lecturer. I am working for this particular time period, and I have so many students to guide, to teach. So if I can enhance my skills, then for sure I can do it for them also. And this is my story for doing my PhD. For masters, there are so many things. Your final year project related to your master's degree, why you want to do masters, what particular field you want to do masters. Relate masters, that what is the situation of industries in Pakistan, how your masters can benefit these industries, how you can bridge the gap between academia and industry. You are students, you are the youth, you can do it. And you have the teachers who are supporting, so do it. So these, just pitch all the points, just pitch yourself really hard and project that, okay, this is what I am, and this is what I want to do. So this is statement of purpose. Completely support your purpose. What is your purpose? What is the complete journey that is taking you towards a step towards your final purpose? So I hope you all get cleared. If you have any questions, just drop in. I will go through the study objectives and then I will come back to the questions. So study objectives. It's the difficult document because maybe for PhD people it is easy, but for master's people it is difficult. Study objectives is all about what you want to study and what projects you have done or what work experience that you have done that took you towards these objectives and how this particular uh, degree helps you in achieving your objectives. So, for this, be clear about what you want to study. Be clear. I am not saying that you should be clear about I want to study the effect of deep learning on the object recognition, or I want to see how recurrent networks work in the video streaming, video caption generation. No, this is very, very specific. Don't go for the specific. We never know. But you should have a particular domain in your study objectives. You have same what I told you about like a statement of purpose. It's also true about study objectives. Break it into the paragraphs. Write as much text as you can, because writing makes your head clear. Because when you are writing, you will see, oh, this thing is extra, oh, maybe I can add this thing. It makes your head clear. So write as much as you can, break it into the paragraphs. Each on the start of each paragraph, just write a question which you are going to answer in that particular paragraph, and just write. I did same, divided my complete study of objective in similarly 4 paragraphs. Okay, so it doesn't matter because how many paragraphs you break your statement of purpose on study objective in, because at the end when you copy that particular text into your Fulbright application, there is no paragraphs there. So it copies the text as it is. So it is only for your writing. So I broke it into again 4 paragraphs. First paragraph was all about what is my objective. What? I know I want to do PhD. This is a very, I can say, the high level goal. But what my study objectives are. I am going for a PhD, which is my purpose. But while achieving this purpose, what is my objective? What I want to study. So I wrote what I want to study and why. And then I was very specific about in my study objectives that, so my objective is I want to do this. I literally wrote this complete line. Then comes the second paragraph. Personally, I didn't work on AI or healthcare or machine learning before my PhD. So for me, it was a new field. So for all of you who are trying to get into a program or into a particular specialization which you haven't worked earlier, don't hesitate about it. Right, that why I want this particular thing. So because I didn't have didn't have the question to the answer, okay, which projects I have worked on earlier, so I changed it. But all of you who have the answer to this question, that okay, if I want to study artificial intelligence, what projects I have did that is taking me towards this, that help me towards this study objective. Write about these projects. Keep in mind, never write about the projects I work on this project using this technology. The aim of the project is this, and no, write impact. What was the impact of this project? Maybe some of you are working in the industry. They have a very clear impact that, oh, we deployed this and this, we got customer feedback and that. But for those who are students, they are not they don't have the impact. So write impact. What was the results of your project? How the people who judged, who evaluated your project, what they think about your project. Write it. And write how this project took you towards the next project that you did. This is your second paragraph. For me, the people who didn't have the past experience in that particular field, I wrote that why AI will help me when I come back. Why AI in PhD helped me when I come back. So I wrote that Pakistan need teachers, need people, need resources, so that we can, because we are builders, we are task for, we are builders, we usually shift our skills to the people who are we are teaching. So उस सिनेरियो में I will say कि write what impact you people will have when you will be done this particular degree or this specialization. I can throw some ideas. Write about some real world problem, some problem, real life problem Pakistan is facing. Oh, there are a lot. We can count on it. Just say, if I come back to this is the problem, and this degree will help me to this problem, and with the situation, with the industry backing me up, and with the teachers who are developing these skills into their students, we can make a thing that can help in Pakistan. And I'm sure you can see that, I can personally see that there are a lot of, because we haven't seen when I was a student, but I can see now there are a lot of teachers who are targeting the real life problems and they are solving it. You can have so many problems that you can target. Then write generic, like, why, what, why Fulbright, what Fulbright is going to give you which no one is giving. Like, why should you are so much focused about Fulbright that you spend your time in writing your, in giving your GRE, which is not an easy task, writing your documents, asking people about the references. This is not easy. So the thing is, uh, so the thing is that, write why Fulbright. Don't be that particular person who knows कि बस जी मैंने सुबह उठे and I saw an advertisement or I saw Facebook जिसमें सब Fulbright कर रहे थे, so I said let's do it. Or maybe because I get a chance to visit US. Don't. Write, because these two things are always in the mind of the people who are reading that document. So tell them that you are going with a purpose. What purpose? Why Fulbright? And if you want to, then you can merge Fulbright and US. You can clearly uh, write it. And literally, when you are writing your study objectives, or I don't know why, but some people have this in their head that अगर हम मुश्किल से मुश्किल इंग्लिश लिखेंगे ना, then they will feel, yeah, we are very good in English and this may increase our chance of getting a scholarship. No, this is not the case. I have seen people getting this scholarship with so easy, with so simple English vocabulary, with so simple vocabulary, but they were pitching themselves very right. I am not saying कि बिल्कुल ही इसको simple side पे ले जाओ, and I'm not saying that make it that difficult, that can make them wonder कि ये लिखा किसने है. And literally I have said this to so many people that इसकी vocabulary ऐसी नहीं है that it seems कि इसको एक undergrad student ने लिखा है. I know most of the people you have O levels backgrounds, A level backgrounds, or even the other background, but they have a very good vocabulary that's very good. But this is not where you have to pitch yourself by writing. Be strong in your story. Don't be strong in your vocabulary. And also aims. When you write about your objectives, real world problems, छोटी problems, उसको solve करना है. Don't write कि मेरा masters हो जाएगा and I can come back and I can play my part in fixing anything big. Corruption in Pakistan economy. No, you cannot do it with your simple master's degree. But if you want to do it, write how will you do it, and give them the impression that I am not alone going to do it. It will take me time and a very huge task force which will help me to do it, but not like, okay, after 2 years when I will, or after 5 years when I will come back after my bachelor, my master's degree or my PhD degree, then I will want to fix the Pakistan economy, especially the people who are applying for finance and public policies and all that stuff. I will work on this thing and write why, if you want to do this, how is this even possible with even your a single master's or PhD degree? So find small problems which can be justified with the efforts of single person. Don't dramatize it that oh मैं वापस आऊंगी, जैसे अगर मैं वापस, okay, so let me give an example. जब मैंने अपना study objectives लिखा था, I said that I wanted to work on reinforcement learning, and I wrote in that in autonomous, because there are so many things that are making our lives very difficult because we are always busy in this donkey work. So I said that reinforcement learning के through हम बहुत से कामों को autonomous कर सकते हैं, and this is, but I never wrote that oh मैं 5 साल बाद reinforcement learning करके आऊंगी and I can see the autonomous self-driving cars on Pakistan and all that stuff. And literally a person sitting there who was an American asked me, oh, you are talking about autonomous vehicles, do you think that in one or after you come back or after how many years you can see autonomous vehicles in Pakistan? This was the question from his side. So I said that no, I cannot see it soon, but yes, if I get the chance to play my part in it, that I can shift this thing into the future students, and yes, we can build a task force that can at least start working towards it. If I'm in US and I have literally in 2 years never seen a car in which self driving itself. Every time there is someone. But if they have started working on it and still they are working on it, so this is the thing you have to pitch. I will come back, I will work on this problem. If this problem takes time, then I will take time, and how I can justify this thing that uh, it will be there after so many years, 3, 4, 5, 10, but you got to do it. And it's a good thing to just end your the study objectives with, again, what you want to do, why you want to do it, and how Fulbright help is a summary. Always end your study objective with a summary. Don't repeat things, change wording, change the context, but summarize it. So let me go through my study objectives. So I broke it into 4 parts. First part, why? What I want to do, what is my objective. Second, how this thing will help me in achieving my goals. How? Because I didn't have an experience working in AI before, so I have to write something, and because I didn't have the experience, so I have to write some other stuff. For those who have experience, write your second paragraph as what projects you already did that support your objectives. I wrote how this thing will help me to in my achieving my objectives. Third paragraph for me is why US? Why Fulbright? Why I want to go there? Fourth paragraph was again a summary of why should I go there, why I want to do AI, how studying AI in US will help me in achieving my goals, my objectives, and how I can transfer or I can impact my country with what Fulbright will give to me. So these were the questions. I wrote that autonomous. There are so many laborious tasks that we are doing on the daily basis. We can just remove it. So I want to work. My study objective is to work on reinforcement learning and build solutions that can help in the betterment of a human life. This was very simple, but I want to do it. And then I wrote that in my when I'm as a lecturer, I have taught a lot of courses, and still I feel the need that I have to polish myself so that I can polish the future generation. So that's why I am thinking of doing this PhD, so that I strongly believe that my students, if they can be polished in a more effective way, then they can be an asset to our country. So this is my goal. This is objective, and this degree is helping me towards this objective. Then I wrote that, okay, why Fulbright? How? Because most of the people who are sitting on the other side, because they are not here, so I was also not sure that why Fulbright. So I searched about Fulbright program, that what Fulbright gives you, cultural diversity. I targeted this thing, learning from the exceptional teachers, how technology is improving with day by day in US. What are the key technology hubs that I can learn from? How the faculty can help me enhancing my skills. Apart from technical skills, what else I can learn from them? And then why US? Fulbright is not for US. When you come here in Pakistan, Fulbright, because it's US and that stuff, but in US Fulbright is everywhere. Why US? Why I am not going for any other country? Because I need Fulbright? No, because you have to give that I am pitching Fulbright because I want to study in US. So this is what my study objectives were. Keep in mind the thing that I always tell people about writing this thing: first, write your story, build your story. Second, be as simple as you can. There is no need to use all that words, idioms inside this statement of purpose. No, it's not a paragraph, it's your story. It should seems like it has been written by a person who has the goal, who has something in the mind. Always think about why. Every question, everything, why. We are not here to see that, okay, if I get a chance to read the statement of purpose and someone is like, I did this, and end. We also know that people don't have an objective to study machine learning since childhood. We are not. So just write why. Just write why networks. Just why finance. Why public health. Why mechanical engineering. Why petroleum engineering. Anything that you want. And be very clear about your objective, what you want to study, what you already did that helped you in your objective, what you are thinking, how this particular thing will help you achieving in your objectives, and why you want to do it from a particular country. This is what these two documents are all about. Always think multiple iterations. Never ever say I will sit, okay, and I will sit for 2 or 3 hours and I will be done by my board documents. No, you cannot. Write, stop, go, change your mind, come back, then write. Go for multiple iterations. Secondly, please never hesitate to get help from anyone. If never think कि अच्छा अगर मैंने उसको अपना डॉक्यूमेंट पढ़ा दिया ना तो वो चोरी कर लेगा. Yeah, people do it. I am not saying they don't do it, but choose the right people. सही लोग choose करो. Okay, if they can go through these documents, they can help me more. या वे मुझे effective feedback देंगे. Literally, I can tell I have students in my life who gave me the best feedback on my statement of purpose. The best feedback. Because I set them to read it. आई वॉज ऑल्सो हेजिडेंट कि ओह बच्चे क्या सोचेंगे, स्टूडेंट्स क्या सोचेंगे, मैम आपसे स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पर्पज नहीं लिखा जा रहा, ये नहीं. But I did it because I want someone to give me advice on that thing. I have a family friend who went through my study objectives. He didn't add anything, but he polished that thing. Just changing a cut lines, some lines upper, some lines down, to make a complete full-fledged story. I helped her. I never ever change SOP or study objectives of anyone who sent it me to review. I never. And especially nowadays, I don't have even time. But I give them a very constructive feedback that okay, this paragraph lacks this paragraph lacks thing. अच्छा, what if अगर तुम ये डाल दो तो क्या ये बनेगा? And if you can talk to anyone who I guided, I always ask the question, story क्या है? Story क्या है? And then they are like, क्या story? It's like, first build your story. Then we will talk about कि लिखना कैसे है. फ्यूचर एम क्या है? करना क्या चाह रहे हो? क्या ये जो करना चाह रहे हो ये तुम्हारे पास्ट एक्सपीरियंस से मिलता भी है? अगर मिलता है वेल एंड गुड, नहीं मिलता मिलाओ, so that they can get this thing. The audiences who are reading this, they can get this thing. इसके अलावा फॉर फुलब्राइट दे फोकसेस बिकॉज जितने भी एलुमनाइज होते हैं दे हैव बीन इन दिस एनवायरनमेंट, दे नो थिंग्स. झूठ नहीं बोलना, डोंट राइट लाइज. उनको बहुत अच्छे तरीके से पता है यहाँ पे क्या होता है क्या नहीं होता. वो बहुत आराम से स्टडी ऑब्जेक्टिव्स और ये सब पढ़ के आपकी स्टोरी निकाल लेते हैं, आपकी पर्सनैलिटी जज कर लेते हैं, बिकॉज लिविंग हेयर इंटरेक्टिंग विद पीपल फ्रॉम सो मेनी कंट्रीज, इट्स वेरी इजी टू डू इट. सो जस्ट मेक इट सिंपल, बी योर सेल्फ और अपनी स्टोरी लिखो. नहीं है चीजें सोचो और जोड़ना स्टार्ट कर दो. और सबसे पहले जब ये चीजें आसान हो जाती हैं, क्वेश्चंस राइज कर लोगे अपने लिए, it's always easy. It's not that difficult. It's not that. But we lack in building the stories. So I think Aisha, I done. And your voice is breaking, Aisha, so much. Can we have somewhere in the chat, if there is a chat, or we can just, because it's breaking. I cannot. Maybe the signals are dropping. Okay. No. Hello? Okay, let's see if I can. No, your voice is breaking. So, no, I cannot. So I think I'm getting I can see one question. I can just answer this, and that time you can just see that if we can do it. Okay. We can do it in the chat. So okay, so while I was talking, I saw one question which is about CGPA, and there is another question about better problem solving. So first I will go with the CGPA thing. I personally think that if you have a CGPA above 3.5, write it. And for CGPA, I must say that if you have a very tough situations, और you have a undergrad degree जिसमें बहुत ज़्यादा problems थी, बहुत ज़्यादा pitch yourself. I wrote my GPA because this was giving me a opportunity कि मैं एक impact बता सकूं कि the hardships that I faced has been overcome by me, and it is being shown by my CGPA. But overall, if you write it above 3.5, because and for thing I last year for Fulbright, it was the threshold was about 3 point was above 3.5, but I'm not sure that maybe I think this time is above 3. So if you have a CGPA above 3.5, write it that I graduated with this CGPA. Just write this CGPA. Just write anything that is your on CV or resume or transcript, but you think that, oh, this can give me an important impact uh, uh, in your storytelling. Just give this thing, just write it. So another question was about a field and problem solving. Which field will teach you a better problem solving? So for this, problem solving is not which someone can teach you. Personally, this is not someone can teach you. I will say that if you are interested in seeing how problem solving works, go for a research thing. Literally, when you are doing research alone with a good advisor, it helps you a lot. It doesn't matter that which field it is, but it helps you a lot. I have been in this field, academia, industry for a very long time. I have worked for 7 years in industry and also in academia. But the 6 or 7 months that the last 6 or 7 months in which I have worked on my research, it taught me so many things. Okay, oh, how to do it. The only thing that I for the world, how why the whole world is bad in it, it's only because the people who are the researchers are only in academia. This is literally, and I hope that you all will get a chance to visit US and to see the industry here. This is not the scenario here. People are there who are solving the problems, the real world problems. They have, because they have this a complete hierarchy in which people are working on research, they are working on the problem solving things. They are the team who are working, who are more like technical people who are working on just implementing this thing because they don't want to do problem solving. But yes, we have the problem solving thing here, and which is not like, okay, how to solve this problem technically. No, they go into usually other stuff also. So personally, I will suggest, if you want to do, just do a research for 1 year. Don't go for, like, if you are planning a master's, there are options that in US especially that you can do research in 1 semester. Also in Pakistan, you can also see that, okay, I am studying, so can I talk to some professor that, okay, can I work in your lab as a volunteer work? This will teach you how to solve the problems. But which field? The field is not the answer. I remember that recently I have been in conference and I get a chance to talk with some people in Microsoft. So I'm also always confused about, because I am thinking to pitch industry once I will be done with my PhD. So I was just asking that, I have this academia background and I usually think PhD as an academic thing. So what's an industry? And he gave me a very perfect answer. No matter what PhD you do, this has nothing to do with your academia or industry. Your PhD should give you analytical skills, the problem law solving skills, and these skills will help you in both either industry and either academia. So rather going for a technology or going for a particular topic, polish your these two skills. And I think that he was very right about it. So just go for uh, the skills that help you in in enhancing your skills. And for me, research is the best thing to do it, because technically we enhance our skills technically, but not this problem solving side. Research is best for that. Okay, so I can see some comments in hi Atif, I'm looking for this. I was hoping. Uh, Sure, I can. It's not a thing that I can. Actually, I am not sure about the deadline of Fulbright, because I had this. Let me see the deadline. I had a paper deadline seriously, and so I was working very hard on that, and it has a deadline today. So I hope that I will have some time after that. Yes, sure, I can. I have to travel in between the next week. Sure, I can. Please just send this to me and don't hesitate to give me reminders, because I have a lot going and I usually forget about it. It's June 9th. Okay. Yeah, I can. I am free on this weekend and most probably on next weekend. But next weekend will get late, but for sure you can do it. And you can send it to me on Facebook, or if you want, then my email address is atifa_server@hotmail.com. So you can do it. For our country, personally, I think everything is important, especially after coming here for sociology, because I haven't been into that particular field. But if you can just tell me a little bit about this thing, then I can ultimately think about some key points that you can address in Pakistan, which I have already seen here. So uh, I can think about it, like I can think and just let you know about it. But for our country, I can say that just see the smallest, the tiniest thing, and then you can see, oh, Pakistan has a problem in it. Okay, I am not saying that US don't have, yeah, they also have a lot of problems, but yes, because we are developing country, so we have it. Yeah, its email address is atifa, everything is in small, _server@hotmail.com. Okay. You can like contact me, and I can just we can have a detailed discussion on it, and then it's Mubashirullah, yeah. So we can talk about it, and we can see what we can like do in Pakistan about this particular. Yeah, sure. Because I am from the computer science background, so I wasn't able to like think about it, or I have studied about it. But sure, sure, it is going to be like everything is, every subject is good. Oh, this is a lot of the answers. Like, just get some example. Let me share a thing with story with you. I am not sure how many people of are you from past university, but we have a professor there, and literally went. I came to Pakistan. I came to US when he joined, so I didn't get much time to interact with him. But he is also a Fulbright alumni, and he has done his PhD from Chicago, and now he's working in Fast University. And currently, he's working on cancer patients, identifying cancer. This is a, and how he is doing it? He is doing it with his students, and uh, he is doing it with his students, But you can say that healthcare is a problem in Pakistan. Okay, if I get to do this thing, the thing, then I can bridge the academia and the industry with to build solutions, or we can start this particular thing in the industry, or we can take some innovative solutions after studying here. You can see a lot of solutions here that you can, oh, we can easily do it in Pakistan. Why industry is not doing it? There are so many things you can do in Pakistan, and there's tiny things. Okay, again, what impact industry has with here, I will go back with different ideas, with different solutions, and we'll learn how people respond to a particular problem. This is how can you can impact industry. Enhance advanced subjects, this is one thing. Interacting with the people, different people, and their strategy to solve a problem, this is a thing. So bridging the gap, this is the thing. So this is how you can impact industry. And also our Pakistan needs lot of stuff to do. Let me share a few examples here. Here, from 2019, the day I came here, I never had a single penny in my wallet. Never ever, because it is not needed here. Everywhere we can just do. How people can adapt to these things. I adapted, so why not the people in Pakistan? They can, because they didn't get adapted, because they didn't have the facility to use it everywhere. And where is the gap? Industry, not no solution, no softwares that can help. Similarly, I have never ever seen a disabled person here asking for help to anyone. No, they have solutions. The people who are in the architecture side, always there is a cabinet or there is a counter below, like on a regular health, on a regular length and a below, so the people can help it. People can buses. I was sharing this example with someone yesterday, that here of uh, at each professor's room, with their name, there is a language for the people who are blind, so they can just see and say, oh, this is this professor's room, this is this room number. So these are the things who people thought when they were making this college. Architecture people. I have seen a lot of people who are working here on public health and lot of research on COVID. How Pakistan is lacking the in health thing in backward areas. This is an impact. How we can target this thing, and how we can focus our industry there. Because currently our industry is mostly working on the solutions, that on the problems that some outside country give them the freelance and give the solutions, but nothing has been done. A little has been done for our country. So I think that it helps you. Yeah. It's very difficult to hear you, Aisha. You can. So I think Aisha have people have shared my email ID. Yeah. So it's atifa_server@hotmail.com. In case of any situation, any problem, in case of any confusion, do let me know. If I didn't get back to you timely, I apologize for it, because I have so many things going on, especially in the last week and in the coming week. So uh, I will That's why nowadays I will prefer everyone to talk with me on voice note so that I can listen and I can just try drop another voice note. So in case of any confusion, yes, Ali, I'm talking about Dr. Hamad. In case of any confusion, don't hesitate to reach me out. I will I will not update or edit your documents, but yes, I can give you a constructive feedback on it. So reach me out in case of you need help in your essays, or in case you need to learn about overall Fulbright thing, because I am here for the 2 years, still 3 I have to go. But in case you need anything, any information, GRE or anything, do let me know. And one thing that I'm going to end this session with, it's an assumption that if you will not get a GRE marks above 310 or 315, you will not get a Fulbright. No, this is an assumption. Your Fulbright application is be judged on your overall profile. References impact a lot. Make sure to get the references from the people who have a very strong research or have a very strong profile. Your essays impact your profile. Anything, internship, all of these things impact you, and all then your GRE. So just don't hesitate to apply, just apply. Don't say that, oh, I didn't get the mark. I didn't have a very good score in GRE, but it was okay. I have also seen people with low score below 300 getting the Fulbright scholarship. So your profile matters the most. Make sure to make your profile, build your profile, make your story, and be clear about story. So this is from my side. Uh, in case all any of you need help, do let me know. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hamad, for sharing your